Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Medico Ankit. Namaste, Assalamu alaikum. Today I am going to demonstrate tibia. Tibia is also called the shin bone and it is the second largest bone of the human body. It is a typical long bone and it is present in the lower extremity of the body, which is also called lower limb. Is the tibia and its side can be determined by two things. First, we have to consider tibial tuberosity, which lies anteriorly, and there is medial malleolus, which lies medially. So, I am going to say the anatomical points. So, this is the tibia of the right side. The upper border, it is expanded and broader than the lower border. And the most sharp and prominent anterior border of the tibia lies anteriorly. Medial malleolus projects from the lower end of the tibia directed medially. The upper surface of the two condyles lies in same horizontal plane. Now I am going to say the parts of the tibia. So as it is a typical long bone, there are two ends, that is upper end, lower end and intervening shaft. So these two ends contain outer compact bone with intervening spongy bone, and spongy bone contains red bone marrow, and the shaft contains outer compact bone with intervening medullary cavity, and medullary cavity contains yellow bone marrow. So parts of the tibia are: in the upper end there are two condyles. This one is the medial condyle, this one is the lateral condyle, and this one is the tibial tuberosity, which lies anteriorly. And in between these two condyles there is a intercondylar area, and there is a tubercle like part which is called the medial intercondylar tubercle. And now this was about the upper end. Now in the shaft there is three borders, that is anterior border, medial border and lateral border, and there are three surfaces, that is medial surface, lateral surface and posterior surface. And in the lower end there is medial malleolus, and this one is the fibular notch, and there are five surfaces: anterior surface, posterior surface, medial surface, lateral surface, and this one is the inferior surface. The interosseous border of the shaft is the lateral border. Okay. Now there are some subcutaneous part in the tibia. So subcutaneous parts are medial condyle, anterior border, medial surface and medial malleolus. They are the subcutaneous part of the tibia. Now there are some muscle attachments, and now we are going to discuss about the muscle attachments of the tibia. And we must know that the common site of the edema is this portion, which is called the medial malleolus. It is clinically important. Now I am going to say the attachments. So this one is the medial condyle. So it has attachment semimembranous muscle and medial patellar retinaculum. And then there is lateral condyle. So lateral condyle has attachment slips from the tendon of the biceps femoris, and deep fossa of leg is also present there. And we can say that capsular ligament of the knee joint is present in the medial condyle. Now there is tibial tuberosity, which has upper smooth part and lower rough part. In the upper smooth part there is a ligament called ligamentum patelli. Now the attachments on the intercondylar region. So from anterior to backward there is the anterior horn of the medial meniscus, then anterior cruciate ligament, then anterior horn of the lateral meniscus, then there is a medial intercondylar tubercle. So below the medial intercondylar tubercle there are three attachments. So first is the posterior horn of the medial lateral meniscus, then there is posterior horn of the medial meniscus, and then posterior cruciate ligaments. So it was the attachment of the intercondylar region, which is very important. There are some attachments of muscle in the medial surface. It is also called gyrope muscle. So from above downward there is sartorius muscle, gracilis muscle, and semitendinous muscle. It can be remembered by the mnemonic @SGS. In the posterior surface there is a soleal line, and soleus muscle is inserted into the soleal line, and above the soleal line there is a triangular area in which popliteus muscle is inserted, and below the soleal line on the posterior surface medially there is a muscle called flexor digitorum longus, and laterally there is a muscle called tibialis posterior. Now tibialis anterior is inserted into the lateral 2/3 of the shaft of the tibia on the lateral surface. So this was the muscle attachment of the shaft. Now there is muscle attachment on the lower end. So in the medial malleolus there is the muscle attachment. There are two ligaments, capsular ligament of the knee joint and deltoid ligament of the knee joint, and there is flexor retinaculum. Okay, so there is some anterior relation of the lower end and posterior. Anterior relation from medial to lateral: tibialis anterior, extensor hallucis longus, extensor digitorum longus, and peroneus tertius. And there is some vessels and nerve, that is anterior tibial vessels and deep peroneal nerve. So relation of the posterior surface is, on the posterior surface there is a relation called from medially to laterally there is tibialis posterior, flexor digitorum longus, flexor hallucis longus, and then there is posterior tibial vessels and nerve. So this was the relation of the posterior surface of the lower end. Now there are some joints and articulations related to tibia. So first, tibia articulates with the fibula. So there are three joints: superior tibiofibular joint, middle tibiofibular joint, and inferior tibiofibular joint. Superior tibiofibular joint is plain type of synovial joint. Middle tibiofibular joint is syndesmosis type of fibrous joint, and the last one, inferior tibiofibular joint, is also syndesmosis type of fibrous joint. Now there is another articulation, and tibia forms knee joint with the femur, and it is modified hinge type of synovial joint, and it is formed between the two condyles of tibia and femur. That's it for today. See you in the next video. Thank you guys for watching my video.